Hi guys. So, lemongrass right now. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Something came in the mail today that I've been waiting for 11 days. And I'm going to open it with you. It was kind of an unexpected thing for me to invest in. Yes and no. Um, And if you've been following me for a while, this might be surprising because of things that I did this last fall. So, I kind of backstory here. So, I have been, we had some personal stuff come up super heavy and intense this December around Christmas, and it like shook up the foundation of everything, and just kind of like stripped away anything that was a distraction or was just like extra bullshit, and brought us to like a really solid grounding, a really solid foundation in terms of like where we were standing as a family, and what all the work we had done in 2018, like what was left to let go of and kind of shake off and release, but also brought a lot of clarity in terms of like where we wanted to be going collectively, right? And put me in a space to like kind of step in and be like the advocate and warrior kind of for our family in a way that I've never had before. And I felt really strong. I felt really capable. But then kind of the dust settled and everything calmed down. Hi guys. Everything calmed down afterwards. And in the last few weeks, I've just been feeling lost is the word that I default to, but mostly just like aimless. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I felt like I knew what I wanted, and suddenly I like didn't. I was unsure about anything and everything. And I had this really open space to like create and dive in, and had this like external support around me to like be whatever you want to be and do whatever you want to do with this energy. And I've just like, and I had no idea where it was going. And it's been really uncomfortable. And that, I don't think I'm alone in that experience. A lot of it's like the collective energy of our shift from 3D to 5D. And traditionally, I'm done celebrating January 1st as the new year and as this like fresh start to life. It actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do that in the middle of winter. As of this year, I've decided fuck January 1st is the New Year's. It's the middle of winter. It doesn't energetically make sense. And I now celebrate Imbolc, which is February 1st and 2nd. It's traditionally Celtic on like a shift of New Year. It's actually really like kind of moving into the start of spring. And then it's right in alignment with the Chinese New Year. And they've known how to do a lot of things in the Eastern cultures for a whole lot longer than we have in the Western, so I'm just tend to be more trusting on that side. So this shift happened at the beginning of February, and I kind of felt this like, okay, like things were actually starting to make sense. The New Year's was actually starting to make sense. I was starting to gain some clarity. And the place I'm going to do some more of this, because some more of you have gotten on if you're watching on YouTube, because I have dual cameras recording right now. I'm also on IG Live. So thanks for jumping on and hanging on with me. Yep, there you guys go. This is Sweetgrass. It helps to kind of like set intention in a space. So my intention here is to just kind of share some of the tools that have worked with me in my overall long self-love and self-discovery journey. And I always foundationally come back to working, not always, in the last couple years, I've learned to foundationally come back to my spiritual practice to find clarity and to find direction. And that, like, through spirit guides is a lot of where I work mostly, and synchronicity given by the universe. that's where I get my guidance and my direction. And it honestly was kind of like radio silence for a while, which I've learned to just like trust. By learn to trust, I mean I sit there and shake in the middle of it going, what the fuck? And then get to the other side. And then I'm like, oh, yes, I'm trusting. So I sat down, it was about 2 weeks ago, and was just like, what now? Like, where do I go from here? And very, very clearly in meditation, my guidance was go back to what was always working. And thus, the package I'm about to be opening. Hi, Jessie! So the guidance I got was go back to what was always working. And the way I started my self-love and self-discovery journey was with Beachbody back in 2013. And I was a apathetic, angry, alcoholic bitch who took victimhood to almost all of my experiences. I was surrounded by a bunch of assholes, and I didn't even know how to articulate the words depression and anxiety for my overall experience then, because it was just my normal. It's just how I'd been living my whole life, and I was told I was always overly dramatic, and it was like, get over shit. And this whole system and program and the accountability aspect and these tools are what helped me take full, radical control. I'm not even going to say control of my life. It did enable me to take control of my life, but it mostly allowed me to take control of my perspective and my experience. And the instinct answer that I knew was, when it said go back to what was always working, was this. So I ordered my first challenge pack since the original challenge pack I ordered in 2013 because I didn't have a BOD membership. I ran out of Shakeology. Shakeology hasn't been in my budget for about the last 6 months. I had it in January, but I made that bag last 2 months. And I'm just going to open my challenge pack with you guys. Long story short. So, a challenge pack is this like super rad little toolkit you get of prizes for a major discount, and so I'm going to open it because they've changed a lot since I first got a challenge pack back in 2013. This is my bag of Shakeology. I am not exaggerating when I say that I am motherfucking obsessed with this stuff, and this is the foundation to holistically treating EDS, to holistically treating depression and anxiety. 50% of depression and anxiety can be cured through healing your inflammation. Inflammation in your brain's swollen, and so the synapses can't actually happen because they're swollen and fat and they can't fire. When you work on your inflammation, it helps with depression and anxiety because the dopamine and serotonin can actually move and fire in your brain, okay? So, I have a new bag of Shakeology. This is pretty exciting because there's only one that I always lose in my house. Got a cup, Shako cup. We're going to save that. This is the 21-Day Fix portion container system. I have no interest in dieting whatsoever. I lived off diet pills for 6 years and super restricted my life in order to get results. And it's a, like, really draining way to live. I have no interest in dieting. I don't do it anymore. I've lost almost 60 pounds postpartum without dieting. But this system is how I learned how to eat after dieting forever. And specifically, I'm going to kind of use it to, like, retrain myself really on balanced, intuitive eating. Because with 2 kids under 3 and then running around and doing life, I find myself not eating, and then I feel like shit and I get shaky, and I just need to retrain myself on what balanced, portioned food looks like. Inside here, you also get, when you order a coach pack, you get a bunch of more cool stuff. I didn't. But you also get stuff about a Beachbody challenge. You get a pretty little thing on Shakeout. And I used to work in marketing branding back when I was a corporate hustler in a soul-sucking desk job. And this is newer branding than when not that page is dumb. Than when I got started, this page. Look at how beautiful that is. Ugh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Portion Fix eating plan. Again, this is all totally new like beautiful big branding. The original Portion Fix book was just like this dumb little packet, and this is great and comes with about 1 million recipes. And then it used to be that you had to buy DVDs individually by program. Now there is BOD, which is Beachbody On Demand, which they market as the Netflix of fitness. Real talk though, it's super badass. And I remember when it first started and it was like kind of glitchy and they were still working stuff out, but now there's a Fix8 meal plan program on there where Autumn's brother is synchronistically a chef. And so they do Portion Fix stuff together. They've recently added a bunch of just like blog stuff and videos to like help you with FAQs and a whole bunch of sweet things that they didn't used to have. I know, because I signed into BOD for the first time. I didn't have a BOD account, and even before when I just worked out with my physical DVDs. So I'm pretty stoked on the Netflix of fitness. And this, if you are a mother, or maybe you're a hardcore hustler that likes working multiple jobs. I've never worked a single job. I always work 2 or 3. If you just like to get shit done, this is called. This is called Energize. I'm going to stop myself right now. As you can see, I'm already pretty fired up. So I'm going to stop myself right now from opening this up and snorting it. Joking, kind of. Energize is a plant-based pre-workout. I've been really into fitness my whole life. I've been a dancer since I was 3. I earned my first international title for dancing when I was 15. So I've been an elite athlete for a long time. When I started Beachbody, I was not there. I was 70 pounds overweight and getting winded and sweaty walking up a single flight of stairs and living off of fast food and drinking like 5 days a week. And I drank a lot of vodka and Red Bull because I've always really struggled with energy, and I've always used pre-workout. So I used Jacked. Jacked was my favorite for a long time, and then I used C4. This is really great. It's NSA certified, which means it's National Sports Association certified, which is like the FDA doesn't regulate dietary supplements, and so they don't test them. They don't really give a shit. Why? Because the FDA is also in the pocket of the government, and so failed pharmaceuticals end up on dietary supplement aisles a lot of times because they can, because they're not regulated. So NSA means that they're tested because the National Sports Association gives a shit what's in products. And then they also third-party clinically tested both Energize and Shakeology, which means that they paid a bunch of money for an unbiased laboratory totally outside of Beachbody to do testing to verify what's in them because they're not regulated, so they could put sawdust in either of these if they wanted. And also to clinically test and prove the results. So this is actually clinically proven to help you get a better workout, and this is clinically proven to lower your cholesterol levels. It's on the low glycemic index, and it's clinically proven to do some other shit that I don't really care about because it makes me feel better, and I got off antidepressants with Shakeology. So I don't need to know about the study because I know what it's done in my body. So that's my new challenge pack. I'm super excited. On Monday, I'm going to start the program that I said for 5.5 years. I said there was no way in hell I was ever going to do it because there's no way that I was going to be able to complete it. And I'm going to do it. I'm not even going to say what I'm doing yet because I'm just going to like work through it with myself first. I don't know if I'm going to be coaching again and hosting challenge groups, but I do know that I'm going to be mentoring coaches. And I use the coach opportunity not just to like totally radically 180% change my life, 180 degrees, 100%, whatever, change my life, but I left my corporate soul-sucking job with it. I escaped an abusive relationship right before we got married because of the shifts that I made personally and in my own growth, and mostly learning the value and worth that I had intrinsically that had nothing to do with external bullshit validating me. And not as something that I don't feel like is fair to not share, and that I've been given so much. from this opportunity and the people I've connected with. Jessie is, I think, on here. Jessie is one of my very, very best friends, and there's no way in the world we would have ever connected without coaching. My roommate, Kate, we met at Summit in 2017. We actually hated each other, and then she was at my birth, and now she lives here with me. And yeah, so that's my little announcement. I don't know if you give a shit, but I'm like lit up about it. And I still have about 30 pounds left to lose postpartum. I gained 90 pounds this last pregnancy. I've lost about 55 pounds of it using these programs kind of sporadically, but not in a committed way. And I wasn't on the supplements and doing that whole thing. So yes. There's all of that. I just wanted to get on and share it with somebody. I'm going to go out there because my kids and everybody is screaming, and they definitely need some mom loving. And if you have any questions on anything, totally send me a message. If you just want to hang out and follow along, I'm here going to be doing this thing because public accountability keeps my shit together. If nobody knows, then like I don't get anything done. And I just love you guys. And thank you for supporting me and loving me and hanging out with me and being my community, especially in the years that I was bouncing around and traveling, and so much of my in arm's reach external life has changed, and a consistency and a solid foundation that I've had throughout that whole thing has been here in this space. And you have a million other people you could be watching and be spending time with, and you choose to spend it with me, and I'm so, so grateful for that. And I love you so much, and thank you for everything. Bye, guys.